In the new and upcoming episodes of My Hero Academia, we've seen that Midoriya has unlocked new features of One For All. The shadowy figures that Midoriya kept seeing that we once knew nothing about were revealed to us, and them being past users of One For All. In the latest episodes, a lot of unsolved questions were answered, and most importantly, we learned essential information about One For All. In the events that happened, we learned of One For All's origin, past users, unlockable quirks, newfound power, and more. Before we start the video, I just want to thank you all for 2,000 subscribers and all the support you've been giving me. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers and we just hit another milestone on that way. So if you guys don't mind dropping a like so the YouTube will recommend this video, subscribe, and let's get straight into it. In the newest episodes, we saw that Midoriya had a dream about the past users of One For All. Usually in his dreams, he can't see their faces, but in this dream that he had, they were all revealed to us. In the midst of all this happening, we also learned the true origins of One For All. We were shown the first user of One For All, Yoichi Shigaraki, who was the brother to All For One. We also learned that Yoichi was originally kind of quirkless, like Midoriya, but that all changed when his brother All For One implanted a stockpiling quirk within him. It merged with his own quirk, which had no other power other than to be transferred to someone else, creating One For All. After this event, he tried to stop his brother, but he wasn't powerful enough, so that's what started the transfer of One For All from user to user to finally find the last user who can control the power and defeat All For One. During these transfers, the quirk of the users who received the ability were added to One For All, and thus explains why One For All has more than one quirk in these recent episodes. Each quirk comes from a past user and are much stronger than they originally were before, which explains why Midoriya wasn't able to control the power of the first quirk that was unlocked. A little before this, we learned from All Might's teacher that in her dream about all the past One For All users, that they said it wasn't time for the quirk to be revealed yet. This meant that she nor All Might were the final catalyst of One For All, but Midoriya is. This is proven because he was able to see the faces of the past users, meet the original user, and he is able to use the quirks that were stored deep within One For All. Midoriya, being the final user of One For All, has to master all the quirks and defeat All For One, which is Yoichi's brother. Now let's go into who are the past users. The first user was of course Yoichi Shigaraki, who was the brother to All For One. Then for the second and third, we have little information about them. All that we know is that they intended to assassinate Yoichi, but instead they saved him and he passed the power to the second user because he was weak and frail, who then passed the power to his sidekick, which was the third user. The third user has the quirk of Fajin, which is a martial arts quirk, which allows the user to receive an explosive release of power if their body is coordinated. Then we have the fourth vestige, Hikage Shinomori. His quirk is Danger Sense, which allows him to quickly react to dangerous situations. The fifth vestige is Dagoro Banjo. We've seen him talk to Deku in the anime, and his quirk is the black whips that Midoriya was using. The sixth user was In. His quirk is Smokescreen, which allows him to hide his location in a cloud of smoke. The seventh user is Nana Shimura, who is All Might's former master. She is the only female One For All user. Her quirk is Float, which allows her to levitate and maneuver to a limited extent while in the air. She received the quirk like Midoriya did via a hairpiece. Then we have All Might, then Midoriya, which we already know about. But anyways, I think that's everything regarding One For All and Midoriya. So if you guys enjoyed, like the video, subscribe, and click one of these two videos on the screen right now to keep watching more like this.